Welcome to today's stream. Hopefully there will not be any technical issues as I usually face. Yeah. Today I'm mostly doing like work, like for my job work. I have documentation to update. So I'll go ahead and get started. Let me switch over. Also have a PR that I have to review. I noticed something today. I'm not a fan of this, but for some reason, the pull request UI on GitHub doesn't show me all of the PRs that I have to review. Right, so like I'm a part of several orgs, and right now you see that there are 3. Well, wait. This is mine. This should already be merged. I'm not sure why that's not merged. Figure that out later. But here's the issue. If I go to my organization, specifically this one right here, One Signals, and okay, I thought it went away again. So yeah, if I come here and actually no, I'm sorry. If I go to the notification UI and I search across org, so let's say I do One Signal, for instance. What you'll notice is that I have more PRs here, right? So I just went to the pull request tab to see if there were anything that was assigned to me, right? So if I come back to here and we go to assigned, nothing. However, when I come here, there's a review requested. Oh wait, no, am I dumb? Yeah, never mind, I'm dumb. I didn't click the right thing. I take all that back. Let's do the review. So full disclosure, I've already read all of this and I don't feel the need to like read this for you. So I'm just going to move on to the actual review. This is for our Android SDK. So this is all Java. So just, it's going to look verbose. Just, it's because it's Java. And what I'm looking for is mostly to make sure that it does what it says. You know, like all these things, I just got to make sure that it actually does those things. So we'll start from the top, and I'm going to show how to use GitHub's UI to help with a review. So on the left side, I have the stuff that I care about, like what happens. And on the right side, I'm going to have the PR that I'm reviewing. All right, so yeah, we renamed all the headers. Yeah, we'll get into that. So let's look at here. So we have add permission observer. So I'm pretty sure that we have that word in here, add permission or add observer. Yep, first line, right? So that's the change. We're good. So each one of these little honks in the PR view has a view checkbox. You can just check that, and if you've reviewed it, it'll just collapse it. So it's an easy way to kind of go through and make sure that you haven't missed anything. Here, we're just updating imports. So we went from iNotification to iDisplayable notification, iNotification lifecycle listener. Wait, are we still doing listener? I thought we just went away from the handler. Okay, listener, and then iNotification will display event. And I want to say that this has something to do with the refactor that was hinted at in this PR. Oh, and just FYI, this is all public. So like, don't at me if you're at One Signal wondering like why. This is all public. I'm only showing open source stuff. All right, so this is just uploading imports up here in this little section. And then down here, it looks like we went from click handler to add click listener, right? So set notification click handler, and then set notification will show in foreground handler. We went from that to add click listener and add foreground lifecycle listener. I'm not going to focus on any. Well, actually, do I need to focus on code at all? Oh, we do have functionality tests. Never mind. All right, so I actually do have to care. Normally, I would just ignore all of this because I'm only interested in our top level API. But this here calls out functional changes. Let me search for that. It's somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, right. There are some functional changes, so I gotta actually review it for real. All right, so main application. All right, that's the name of the file. Why can't we use introspection to do this? And I like to make sure that I indicate whether or not something is non-blocking or not. So I'll just say non-blocking question. All right, so we'll go ahead and start the review. The reason why I would like to have this done via introspection is because I don't like magic strings. This looks very magic stringish to me. And then right here, I think we should get rid of that. But yeah, I'm also gonna kind of click into that and just say knit. Extraneous. So we want to remove extraneous punctuation, mainly because in logs, sometimes the way we delimit is using special characters, stuff like colon or semicolon, sometimes commas. You can use whatever character you want, but like I don't like. Why are we putting punctuation like exclamation points? And maybe I should also put non-blocking. I'm going to assume that they don't know how I work, which is anytime I mark something as a nitpick, it's another way of saying that like I've noticed this thing, I feel a certain way. It would be dope if we change it, but at the same time, I don't care if we don't. So I'm putting this non-blocking nitpick in there just to kind of make it super clear that I'm just noticing it. I'm questioning why it's there, but yeah, if we keep it, whatever. All right, moving on. We have add foreground life cycle listener. Just making sure that's spelled right. Listen, or yeah. Let's make sure the other one is spelled correctly. Add click listener. Yeah, that's good. All right. All right. We have this override. So we're overriding the on will display. So this must be from within Android itself. We have a non-null I notification will display event. Okay. We're gonna log some stuff, and then I normally don't like to like repeat myself, so hopefully I won't have to do it. Like I'm not gonna repeat myself because that just makes the review kind of useless in my point. My mindset is if you pick up something at the top of the review, it's now the engineer's responsibility to take that feedback and then apply it to the rest. It shouldn't be my responsibility to call it out n times. All right, so we have this displayable notification, which we get from the event itself, and we get JSON, okay, like an object from this additional data. All right, prevent one signal from displaying a notification immediately on return. On return. I'm not sure if this makes sense to me. Spin up new thread to mimic some asynchronous behavior. When async behavior, it doesn't matter, completes, then the notification can be displayed. Fine. Sure. All right, so we're going to spin up this thread. We are wrapping it in this try catch. I'm assuming this is just like JavaScript where like you need to wrap it in that. Otherwise, you won't actually be able to capture the stack trace. This could be, I don't know Java like that anymore. It's been a while. So we're sleeping for 2 seconds. I don't like this. I'm not gonna complain about it, but like I don't like this sleeping for 2,000 seconds. Yeah, nah, fuck nah. I'm not letting this one go. I'm not gonna call it. It's not random. It's a magic. Do a named constant, and notice that I'm not putting non-blocking. Like, I will straight up. In fact, at this point, I'm not approving. I'm requesting changes at this point. Okay, we get the. Or we print the stack trace. Is there anything else that we need to do? No logging. Like how it's changing my words. Like I know the difference between important and essential. Maybe I shouldn't phrase it this way. How about that? Let's see. Instead of that, I'll just say, is it important? Because this could be kind of loaded. And it's still one. You know what? Leave me alone. Don't resuggest that. All right, I'm also going to put non-blocking because this shouldn't block. All right, so we create this run. Okay, all right, cool. So we create the function, and then we're going to then call the function. We have our thread, and we start. All right, cool. So R must be the runner. Yep. It's so weird seeing these types like this. Like, oh my gosh, Java still hasn't improved. This can be inferred, in my opinion. So we have R, which is this this function. I'm gonna call it a callback, and then we pass that callback to this thread right here, and then we start the thread. I think we're good there. So let's go ahead and close that out. Now we have handler to observer, which is the same thing that we just kind of talked about. So we have permission observer. Wait, hold on, whoa. I'm confused. Right. Notifications, permission observer. I see. Okay. And then public interface activity view model extends. All right. Perfect. So yeah, that's fine. On permission change, on notification permission change. Wait a minute. Why? I don't see that in the thing. Yeah, this wasn't indicated in the. And what they did. But it's it's not that important so long as we're consistent. Yeah, it looks like we're consistent, so everything else is changed without being past tense, so we'll go with it. All right, so we're removing a few imports. I'm not sure what this content context is. I'm going to assume that we no longer need it anymore since it's removed. And now we remove the mutable notification, as well as the notification. I assume these are interfaces because they have I, but I don't know. Like, that's a weird naming scheme to me. I know it's popular in Java and C# land, but like, yeah, it's a bit like putting like M in front of like M underscore or like I underscore, like to indicate the type. Like, it's like your editor should tell you that. All right, so we have from display mutable notification to, oh wait, no, that's no. We go from iMutable notification to notification, or and notification to displayable mutable notification. I wonder what this interface is. Is this defined? iDisplayable notification. Let's see what that is. So this is a net new file. So it didn't exist anymore. So this must be part of that refactor that he was hinting about. So this interface is an empty interface. That's interesting. All right, so this is a I notification that is both an iMutable notification and an iDisplayable. Okay, I would say okay, fine. The comment that, well, no, this comment, does this comment, do these comments get exported to the user? Because if so, then I don't like this. I would say implement, but I'm not going to get hung up on words because I'm not sure like whether or not these, like if this is going to show up in like the editing experience. So, you know, if you've ever done control, if you've ever used IntelliSense and you see all of the functions that are available on a particular object or module, you may have noticed that sometimes you'll see some documentation that appears in your editor. What I'm getting at is that what this is? Typically in JavaScript land, I know that'll be the case, but like this is Java, I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know how all this works. So if this is indeed being shown to the user, then I care. But since I don't know, I'm going to just not care for now. What's up with my scroll? Why is scroll not working anymore? It's scrolling a whole nother part of the UI. My mouse is here. Okay, all right. Wow, what the hell is that? All right, so we have a notification service extension. And this now is going to implement iNotification service. All right, so we have a new interface for this, whereas before we used to have iRemote notification received handler. Okay, so we have a whole new interface, I think. iNotification service. Let's go to that function. Why is that not working? All right, fine. I will look for it here. Notification service extension, this thing right here. Oh, this was just renamed. Okay, never mind. All right, so this isn't new. This was just renamed. That's what this little. By the way, if you're not used to doing code review in GitHub, there are a lot of little things that like if you pay close attention, it can help you out a lot. Anytime you see a plus or green, let's ignore icons because icons are dumb. Anytime you see a color like green, for instance, that means that is a net new file. If you see red, then that means that file was removed. And when I say removed, I mean like it's also not even tracked in the repo anymore. Technically it is, I'm lying, but pretend that I'm telling the truth. And then if you see this gray, that means that something was moved or renamed. In your mind, you may be like, there's a difference there. That's the same thing. Moving and renaming a file are literally the same. You just got to keep in mind that the file name is technically the path. So if you change the path, you have moved the file. Like it's, it's semantic, but like it's the same thing. So it looks like all we did here was rename this. So I'm just going to make sure that the spelling is correct. And I'm also going to mark this view so I don't come back to this. And there is an update to the doc. So this tells me that this doc is somehow important, which makes me think that maybe I should care about the documentation now, given that I had to read it. So let's see, called when a notification has been received prior to it being displayed to the to the user. I would say the end user. All right. And then this method. Okay. Called when a notification has been received by the device. Okay, I like that. That's a good cleanup. This method gives, this is a knit, but like this is a strong ass knit. So I'm gonna just do this instead of having like, I'm gonna just do that, right? So I'm gonna suggest an edit. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to say, hey, you should do this, and it's just like I can do it myself. So hopefully you all see that. I just removed the space. And that's another little cool thing that you could do, is you can suggest edits. So this is a good way to be a little more helpful in your code review to whoever is the author. All right, here we deleted a bunch of docs, and now we're going to add this param event. The notification received. Wait. The notification received event. Oh, okay, that's hard to read. What? The notification received event. That's not even. Is this even a sentence? I wouldn't call that a great description, but like this is a sentence at least. It has a subject and a verb at the least, and there is an object. I'm not gonna put too much into that. I will ignore that for now. And then we have remote notification. All right, we're just renaming this, and now instead of having context, and then this weird name event, we're just gonna have the event. All right, cool. We can do that. So this is done. We're good. Let's go back up to here, and we can keep going. So this is just a rename, so I don't have to care. This looks to be just a rename and a refactor, so we're no longer passing this context. I do like that change. And again, we have this exclamation point. I am not going to call this out again because I've already done it. And I feel like we should be able to use introspection to get the function name too. And this is useful in my opinion because, well, here's a good reason. All right, this is a perfect example of why I want to use introspection. So I just zoomed in just a little bit, and you'll see here that the way this log is formatted is it's the name of the file. So if we come here, main application. Oh wait, it was the, oh wait a minute. What the hell is main application? I'm confused now. Yeah, I don't, all right, yeah, so. We're just gonna copy this. So we'll put in the file name, which all right, so is so that first is well, the first actually one, yeah, all right, we'll just use the first param is, well, technically this isn't a param at this point. This is an argument. I'm not sure if like how much you know about functions and just programming in general, but parameters and arguments are not the same thing. Function definitions have parameters. Function calls arguments. So you give an argument as a parameter. So in this case, the first argument, main application, is what I care about. Now, if this was a definition, this first thing would be called a parameter. So just a little thing. Yeah, I'm gonna just set it up like this. So we'll say we're gonna have the class name, I suppose, or the file name. I don't know. Like classes are weird to me. So I'm gonna just call this class name with a question mark because I really don't know. All right, what the? Can I not type? What the hell? Okay, all right. So we're gonna have the class name, and then it looks like. Oh, I'm gonna split it up like this. So we'll have class name. And I'm gonna call this file name because it's technically correct. So we'll do file name, and then we have, I want to say this should be the function that we care about. So the method name, and maybe is file name a word? Is that a real word? Oh, it is. Okay. All right, cool. So method name, and then what else do we have? Fire. Yeah, I don't think we need that fire. I mean, what is that actually doing? And then it looks like the event information. And then, like, I don't know, we'll just call it event information. I'm gonna just call it information. Relevant information. Relevant info. Like such. So pattern is file name, method name, relevant info. However, when I come to here, this doesn't match that. File name is whatever the hell this is. Notification service extension. Notification service extension. I assume that's how you spell. I don't know how the hell you spell extension. Is that right? Yeah, I guess that's right. All right, cool. Actually, I don't even know if I think this. I'm gonna just ask. And the method name, what is this method name? On whatever that is. All right, so yep, we'll add that on. So now we get the thing. All right. Oh man, this is gonna be hard to read for him. So, and this is something else, right? So like when you're doing reviews, it's one thing to just do a review and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just, I believe in like just being helpful. Like you should always be helpful. In this sense, like this is me just having a little bit of empathy. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, all right, this is hard to read. It dilutes what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to delete the parts that don't matter like that. So we'll do this. In fact, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to make it even easier. I can take this and should be able to get a link to here. So, and I'm going to format this as a link now, and that'll just take them to there. So now we get, that's it. Yeah, the pattern observed is this. From the log is, and then I'm going to put this on a new line because I think that'll help out a little bit. And then we'll just put this up here. And I don't need the hover anymore because this is on a separate line. All right, I'm hoping that this is a little bit easier for them to grok whenever they see it. All right, moving on. We get the event and we're gonna get the notification from it. And that's now going into an iDisplayable mutable notification. I don't know why we need to call that out, but okay. All right, and then here, that whole comment is deleted. So if complete isn't called within a time period, okay. So I don't know if we need this anymore, but now we have on top of the notification, there's this set extender. No idea what this is. Yeah, all right, so that's beyond me. I'm gonna just move forward. I don't know what that means. Next, we add a new, this is Kotlin now. Oh gosh, we just went from Java to Kotlin. I think this is a property. In C# land, this will be a property. So I'm gonna call this a property. So we have a new has subscribers property, and that's gonna be Boolean. And we just return that. All right, cool. So we're good there, nothing to do. And now, oh, okay, so we have the interface. So let me make sure. All right, so we have iEvent notifier, t-handler. Okay, so this is generic all the way through. Where are we using the generics at though? Like, why do we need, okay, I see right here. All right. I was like, why are we using generics and we're not even doing anything generic? All right, I'm satisfied and convinced. Next, we have, what is this, an implementation? Wait, what did I just look at? Has subscribers, modeling, model KT, event producer. I wonder if this is implementing something and I'm just unaware of it. It's too big. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm just gonna assume that this is good. It looks good enough to me for now. Okay, all right, yeah. So I think this is just something that exists on an interface, and we're just, oh wait, no. This could be an interface, or this could just be we're adding this to each thing. If we are adding this to each thing, I would like to see this be an interface. Oh, it is an interface. Okay, okay, I see now. I see. I'm on the same page. So this is done. Yeah, that's done. And then we have our displayable mutable notification, the new interface, which has nothing. I'm not sure, man. Well, I am sure. I don't like defining interfaces that don't have anything, like just for a name. But maybe this is a limitation of Java, or I guess this is Kotlin. Maybe. Let's see if that's a thing. Let's see. We're gonna ask ChatGPT because why not? I pay for it, so may as well. This is not a great experience for $20 a month. I had to download. All right, so what's the recommended guidance, or give me some guidance around using empty interfaces, or defining empty interfaces in Kotlin. Maybe. Let's see. Okay, this is normal. Okay, all right. This seems to be a Kotlin thing. Fine. All right, cool. I will move on. So we're good. Next, we have another interface, the iDisplayable notification, which is also going to extend the iNotification. And we have a function called display, which is going to display the notification on the device. Okay, we have an extra space. Let's get rid of that. All right, possible within a short time frame. All right, after the notification has been received. Well, this should be is received on the device. Oh, looks like Grammarly is the same. It's like, oh yeah, this should be is. I don't know why it's so common for people to like, I don't know, whatever. Moving on. All right, we're good there. All right, and whatever that can be altered via a notification compat extender. Sure. Creating a notification compat extender and override any low-level notification data desired. All right, this is just common, so I'm going to move on. I'm just going to move on. All right, now we have this right here. So the raw payload of the notification. Okay, raw payload. Here we are. The raw payload of notification that came into the device. This should only be used to access any data that is not yet represented in a property. I'm just curious why this is a optional when, like, couldn't we just do empty? But maybe that's the same in Kotlin. I don't know. Oh, no, I feel stupid now. That's literally wow. Okay, so that's literally what happened. So my comment was this. I'm like, why are we doing this? I didn't take my own advice. This is red. I'm not even looking at red. I'm just like, why are we doing this? And we're not. We are update. Okay, I'm happy. So moving forward. Load diff. Oh, this looks like this was deleted. So here's another thing to be mindful of. I kind of skipped over this. Each one of these hunks is going to have these little blocks right here, and this is going to indicate how many additions or subtractions there were to a file. So if you see just all of this, that means that this was just removed. So I don't need to look at it. I don't care. If you see all greens, that means that it was added. Typically, if you see greens and reds, that means that the file was modified. And I don't know what it would look like if the file was moved or renamed, but we'll see in a second, I suppose. I guess I would assume that my assumption would be that there would be two, right? There would be a all green one with the new file name, and then an all red one with the old file name. And then I would assume that GitHub is going to do some things to, like, say, oh yeah, this is actually just like a move, but I don't remember. It's been a while. Any case, we're now looking at iNotification click event, and we have iNotification. All right, that's named correctly. Notification that was clicked by the user. Notification, okay, and then the result of the user clicking the notification. Fine, yeah, whatever. We'll move on. Okay, this feels like a rename, actually. Was this file not renamed? I think this is a rename, if I'm not mistaken, because it has this little thing right there. So we're going from iNotification click handler to iNotification click listener, and I think that does add up. I think so. Let's see. An interface used to process a one signal notification. The user just clicked on. All right, line break. Set this during one signal init in. Wait. Add click listener? I don't know if this instruction makes sense to me. All right, there are some docs, which doesn't point to the latest version, which is an issue. So, let's say. All right, so let's go through here and see what this is pointing to. And oh wow, okay, well this doc doesn't even exist. I'm gonna format it this way so that we can see it. Doesn't. All right. Think we're good there. We have click handler to listener. And here we have result. All right, that's moving. So event and iNotification click event with the user's response and properties of this notification. This notification, or is it of the notification? I'm not gonna nitpick on that. I'm gonna move forward. I'm not reading that test. I don't care. I'm assuming this was lifted somewhere. One thing that would be cool is if like I can have ChatGPT automatically review PRs for me, or like pick up the things that, like, if I can train it off of past PRs that I've done, because I do a lot of reviews. So it's like, and I'm very, like, I leave a lot of comments. So it's like, I wonder if I can train it off of all the PRs that I've ever reviewed or even submitted in my career, and then have an agent, go to any PR, like come up with feedback that I'm likely to give, so I don't have to waste my time going and reading. I don't want to call this a waste of time, but like if ChatGPT can do it, then it is a waste of my time. I can do something better with life. Anyway, so we have this new interface, iNotification click result, the action the user has taken when opening the notification, and this notification, the type of action the user took on this notification. That don't make, okay. This line was, here I am again, not paying attention. This line was removed. So type, that goes to that. I agree with that. Action ID, why is this optional? When type is action type dot action button, this will be in custom ID or action taken. See action button, this one signal. Okay. In what situations, in what scenarios will this can this be, so I need to learn a little bit about Kotlin. I don't know if I don't know what question mark is. Like, is this null? Is it nil? Do they have a concept of undefined? I don't know. Let's see. So what does this mean in Kotlin? All right, nullable. Okay, so it is null, or is it null? Let's see if Kotlin has null. Kotlin null or nil? Null. Okay. Either way. All right, and now wait. Did we have action? Oh, again, I'm tripping again. This has been deleted. Okay, and now we have this action type, the type of action the user can take on a notification, opened or action button. Notification was clicked on, the user clicked on an action button from the notification. Oh, I see. Okay, the notification was clicked. The user clicked on. Okay. I want this to be changed. The user clicked on the CTA within the notification. All right, that's a little bit better. Okay, all right, cool. We're done with that. Let's move forward. Okay, this is a net new file. iNotification lifecycle listener. Implement this interface and brought an instance to iNotificationManager.add foreground in order to receive control during the lifecycle of the notification. This handler will only receive control when the application is in the foreground when the notification is received. It's not selecting all of it. That's the only thing about suggested edits is for a line, and so now I would have to like write up what it is to do, and they would have to do it. So I'm just going to ignore it. So for now, I'm just going to move forward and make sure that this link that we're pointing to actually works. All right, yeah, it does work. Okay, what version of our docs are we on now? This is this one. Shouldn't this be V11? Which at the moment our V11 docs may be wrong, but nobody's reviewed it, so I guess they're right. Until someone reviews it and tells me I'm wrong, I'm right until proven wrong. All right, so I'm looking for these SDK event handler things. I don't even know what it's called. Let's find. Scroll down. Come on, fuck. I hate these tools. Like they just slow me down. Event handlers. Is this the same thing? No. Or is it? It looks, yeah, this could be the same thing. Oh, it's notification. Yeah. I think, yeah, this is the same thing, I think. Probably, yeah, I'm like, I need to put a comma, but it'll do it for me. I don't have to type a comma myself. Now we have this interface, iNotification Lifecycle Listener, and it's going to have one function on it called onWillDisplay, which takes an event of iNotification will display event. All right, cool. Let's go through this here. Call when a notification is displayed to the user. This callback gives the implementer the ability to prevent the notification from displaying the user entirely. Oh, wait, from displaying to the user entirely. What? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, we don't even, this entirely doesn't add anything. But confusion. Note. This runs after the notification service extension has been called, if one exists. This is what man. Okay. This is all right. I can't do a suggested edit for this. I'm gonna have to like do something like this, and I'm gonna delete that. And the reason why is because like I wanted to actually block quote, right? So we're gonna say if the thing, right? The thing that we're talking about. So if, because like it's hard, man, this is hard. Like I don't know why people do this, but like this is hard to reason with. Like if one exists, one of what? And then you have to backtrack to figure out what are we talking about. So like we could just state that up front. We'll say if a notification, whatever this thing is, exists. So I'll just copy that. If a whatever that is exists. All right. This will run afterwards, after whatever the thing is called, after it has been called, which, yeah, and then we can just do the rest of the thing. I don't need to do anything else. Then I don't even want to say it. I'm going to be explicit here. We'll say on will display. Oh, wait, is it? Actually, I don't know. After what is called? After the extension? All right, so I'm assuming that it is that, like, that doesn't make sense. I'm going to assume that it is on will display. The function, this definition here, will run after the extension is run. Extension is called, I think. Is that, yeah, extension is called. All right, I think we're good there. So we can go on. I'm almost done. Oh my gosh, so much. I'm gonna start from the bottom now because it's hard. All right, test. I don't care. I don't care about tests. Yep, more tests. Maybe my life is gonna be easy. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say maybe these are all tests and I can just be done. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So we now have this high time. Okay, sure. All right, we're gonna do first notification. Notification stop first. Wait, why is this different? Oh, we put JSON payload in the middle, as well as this right here. Okay, so JSON payload, we're gonna get it from the full data and parse it, and then notification generation job. All right, we give it the payload, and we pass in time. Okay, fine. All right, fine. That's implementation specific. I don't care that much. Has subscribers. I've already seen that. That's fine. This right here, it looks to be just changing the name. Yeah, all of these are name changes, so we don't have to look too deeply into that. What is this? All right, this is our notification lifecycle service. We change from handler to listener, and then we have these new interfaces. The notification lifecycle handler, notification will display event, iNotification service extension. And it looks like we're doing some initialization here. So these private functions, we deleted all of these, or did we? Oh, we just modified them. Okay, so the only modification is we've renamed the type that goes into this generic here, so we can ignore that. Are these implementations? Subscribe, unsubscribe, remove, okay. Subscribe, okay, and then unsubscribe, and then add subscribe. All right, cool. All right, and should we process any queued up notifications that came in prior to this being set? Okay, if callback has subscribers and unprocessed, okay, we iterate through them and we fire them, okay? And then we have a function for removing the click listener. Yep, unsubscribe, that looks good. If they're subscribers, fire on main, on click result. All right, all of this looks good enough to me. I'm no longer like true engineer, so I'm not going to look into this technically. Callback to indicate notification has been received, specified in Android manifest XML. Callback to indicate a notification has been received while the app is in the foreground. Callback to indicate a notification has been opened. Okay. This is the lifecycle service. And then we have this interface definition, which has external remote notifications received. External will show in foreground. And these are different because why? Well, one, we changed the name of the parameter, notification received event, to will display event, and the type is different. And then we get rid of that. All right, we're good there. Oh, yo, what's up, Noel? How you doing? And at the moment, I'm doing documentation. That should be the title. Hopefully, I don't know. Sometimes I'm not sure if YouTube cares what I do in Ecamm, but it should say the title, like Devlog, and in the description it should say I'm just working on docs. That's it. Doing a code review and working on docs. No code today. Oh, and what's up, Preston? I know who you are. That's illegal. I don't know if you know, they shoot people like me for doing illegal shit, so I will avoid doing that, and hopefully you will understand. All right, so we have notification generation processor. All right, timeline cancellation exception, notification filter. All right, so we add some new imports. Fine. Var val. What's the difference between var and val in Kotlin? Like, is val a constant? Maybe. No shit. Like, come, man. They. All right, stands for. All right, it is immutable. All right, that's all I have to say. Fuck. Like, the difference is one is immutable. That's all it has to say. Like, it doesn't have to waste all this processing power re-explaining like from first principles what something is. I get it. It's just, I ask like, what's the difference? I just want to know the difference. All right, cool. So a val means that this is now a constant, which I agree with. I prefer constants over, variables in general. Although for performance purposes, maybe having a variable is better. All right, we're going to remove some of this crap. We don't need it anymore. Notification job. We're going to get that from the generation job of the notification in the payload. Wants to display. Wait, what? Or wants to display. Interesting. All right, let's. All right, this is interesting. We're doing some state stuff here. So here we declare a constant notification received event. Okay, with a timeout of 3000 L. Okay, this must be a long. Let's see. Is when using L after a number, does this indicate a long type in Kotlin? I don't know Kotlin at all. I don't think. Well, I mean, that's a lot. I kind of know a little bit. I don't know it at the level that I would like to know it. How about that? Let's just go to Kotlin docs. Oh, okay, all right, perfect. That yes, just yes. That's all I need. Just yes. I don't need the other crap. Just like yes, it's a long. All right. So 3 whatever that is L. Okay. Global scope launch dispatcher style. I guess that's how it's going to get launched. I really don't know. We have our lifecycle service, external remote notification received, notification. Okay. If I would like to see a space here, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that. If notification received event is prevent default. All right, perfect. That's the refactor. So wait on display waiter. If the caller calls, okay, wants to display is equal to false. Notification display waiter dot wait for wake wants to display true. And then we rejoin to the main thread. We log some stuff. Oh, okay, let's make sure that these logs are right. Or I should just, in my overview, just like ensure that the log messages are accurate. So this says notification generation processor. This uses a different, oh wait, never mind. All right, this is logger.error. We were using logger.v. I'm going to ignore this for now. I don't think it matters. All right, I think this is good. Oh, no, never mind. I wasn't done. So we have multiple tries here and multiple catches. So we're going to try to catch a timeout cancellation exception. Makes sense. And then throwable. So I guess this is just our catch-all. Like we just want to load, or I'm sorry, we just want to log anything that's not that. And then we're going to create another variable for should display, which process handler response. All right, okay, I have no idea what the hell this is. And I should, whoa. Whoa, what just happened? All right, so following Kotlin. Gosh, man, what the fuck? Try it again. All right, following Kotlin code snippet. Just throw that there, and I'll just do some of that action. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't. Oh, wow. So like, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't. Oh, all right, cool. I like that. I kind of wish TypeScript had this feature where you can just return from the whole function without having to do like this if and do like if not defined and then like return. You just do this. That's kind of cool. All right, I'm done. We don't need to know anything else. All right, if should display, once the display is true, and then we do some more of these things. Why do I feel like I've just looked at this? Am I seeing repeated code? No, I'm not. This is me being dumb. Okay, so here, private suspend function process handler. All right, oh, get away. Val can display. Okay, was within TTL. Oh, time to. Okay, all right, cool. If can. Okay, we're deleting that. Should display. And now we do notification JSON payload dot opt string alert. Fine, all right. Notification job payload. So we're no longer having to do this, which is good. I guess that means that it's always going to be there. And we're checking to see if the payload doesn't have a collapse key or do not collapse. All right, I think that's fine. I don't think there's anything I need to call out here. Let's see, val action type, action not equal null. Nope. Let's see here. If action selected is not equal to null, then action type dot action button else. All right, wait, I'm confused now. So if the action selected is not equal to null, iNotification.action type is equal to action button. Otherwise, is action type opened. Why isn't action selected? Wait, shouldn't we explicitly check for the action type? I'm going to defer this to Brian. Like he knows what the fuck he's doing. I'm gonna defer that one to him. This is our notification generation job. What do we do? So class notification job. It's like the only difference is now we have this JSON payload at the top side of here, as well as the notification, which is now a private variable, whereas before I guess it was publicly available. And now we have a get. Okay, so we have a getter that's going to return our notification, whereas before I assumed we were just getting it directly. And then we have a private set. Okay, all right. So we have some logic to control how this will get set. All right, that makes sense. So move on. I'm almost done. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm ready to be done with this. This is a lot. This is actually like, I would have preferred to have this split up across several PRs because long reviews are just, they're kind of hard. If you do them well, like if you're a thorough reviewer like I am, it can be a challenge. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. I'll be back. right, back. Takes a while. I don't really drink. I mean, I drink regular water, but like not really. I like lime, a whole lime, and Topo Chico. So I have a wine fridge that is full of Topo Chico and Richard's rainwater. It's all sparkling water, and typically I have limes. I actually went to Costco today to get another 3-pound bag of limes. I go through a 3-pound bag of limes in like a week and a half or so. But yeah, it takes a while because I gotta like cut up the lime and then squeeze the juice and get one of the Topos, and I gotta find my little what do you call that thing? A wine opener, a bottle opener, whatever you call that thing. Oh, thank you for the new follow, Numlock. Appreciate it. One day I'm going to update my stream so that I can have like noises and sound effects and all that other kind of shit. But as of now, you're gonna have to make do with what I have. But thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. All right, what's up, Steven? How you doing? I am currently working on documentation. It's not fun. It's not sexy. But if you're a developer, if you're watching me and you're a technical person, I guarantee you that if someone doesn't like care or look to like really take doc seriously, then your life will be harder. So while it's not sexy or glamorous, it is very impactful, and someone has to do it. And as of now, it's me. So yeah, that's what I'm working on, docs. And because this is in Android and it's a mix of Kotlin and Java, there are some things that I've never seen before. So I did use ChatGPT to answer some of that. So like one of the things that I was noticing was that we defined some empty interfaces. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, yeah, we defined some empty interfaces, and I was just like, typically that's not something that you should do, but that's in the language that I use. But apparently this is a common thing in Kotlin land. So I did that just to see. Oh, excuse me. And then I wasn't sure whether or not Kotlin has nil or null or undefined, you know, like the silly language JavaScript, which has all three. Well, technically not. It has null or undefined, or empty, or false, or zero. I'm sure there are other things that are also that also mean nothing in JavaScript land. And then the final thing was just like where was it? The difference between bar and val, and like all I needed was just like one's immutable. It then went on this and I stopped it. And then L, I was like, does that indicate a number? A long type, and it was like, yeah. And then again, it's like I'm noticing that ChatGPT, it's very wordy. It's very verbose. It's almost like it doesn't know that I'm smarter than it is. That's what I get the feeling. It's like, oh, it's this. It's like, I know. I really do know. I just need to know this very specific fact. Yes or no. Anyways, I just got some messages on Asana. What that is. Main, right? Not user model. Well, I don't know what main is. Oh, because I don't know what main is, I guess I'll ask. All right, we're done with that. Let's move on. I have a little bit more to do. It's a lot, actually. Oh my gosh, still going. There are 53 files. This is a huge PR. It's a lot of stuff to review. All right, anyways, so here we are. This is our notification received event. And what is this? Oh, also before I move on, I'm doing a code review at the moment. I guess somebody asked me that. What am I doing? I'm technically doing a code review. So hopefully that answers your question. I intended to work on docs. I didn't know that this code review would take this long. I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have did it. Like honestly, I would have just been like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But I've started, so I got to finish. It's one of the cons of being me is that I have to finish what I start, even if it hurts me. Like, here's a good example. The Twilight book series. I remember buying that book randomly because it was on sale. I was on a flight. I think I was coming back. No, I think I was going to Jamaica. This was like 2009. And I was in the airport for a layover or something, or just for a while. And I like to read. I read a lot. So while I was just walking around and I saw that on the end cap, they had this book. I didn't know what the fuck it was, but it was cheap. It was $5. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. And then I read it. I read it like on the flight. It took me like 6 or 7 hours to read the book. So I read the book, and yeah, it was incomplete. It was more to the story. And even though like it's this vampire love story bullshit that don't apply to me, I'm like, well, I've started it, so I have to finish. So I got all the rest of the books, and then because I read the books, yeah. And then I think I went to I was with someone, a local. Honestly, I was with someone who didn't deserve me at the time, but like she wanted to go see the movie, and I remember saying I didn't want to see the movie because I didn't really like the books that much. And I'm like, if I see the movie, then I know if they do sequels, I'm gonna have to see the other ones. Well, long story short, I saw the movie, and then I was forced to see all the other ones, even after we split, because I had to finish. So fast forward to here. That's why I'm going to finish this, is because it's just, I don't know, I had to finish stuff. Anyway, so we're deleting all of this. So what did this do in the past? This is what I'm curious about. The event passed into both the notification received handler, remote notification received, and this is wordy. And the I notification will show in foreground handler dot notification will show in foreground. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. That's been deleted, so I'm not going to judge that. The event passed into I notification service extension dot on notification received. Okay, there should probably be a new line there. It provides access to the received notification and the ability to change how. Not sure why this or whether it's like that. How that notification will be displayed, presented to the user is probably what I would use. Are you talking about what's that book called? Twilight. You like Twilight? You like that? Do you like that story? Honestly, it's not that much of a story if you ask me. It's like if you've read a lot, you will see a lot of just like, it's nothing new in that book. Absolutely nothing new. It's just like capitalizing on like tried and true things, like classic damsel in distress type of thing. Like honestly, I think it's a chick book, to be honest. Like if I'm being real, I think it's one of those kind of books. The notification provided in this event is both an immutable notification, which allows the notification to be to be altered, and what? This doesn't make sense. The notification provided in this event is both an immutable notification, which allows the notification to be altered, and okay, all right, okay. This is why grammar is important, right? Like, this is hard to read. I wouldn't write this way, but okay. My focus is going to be on the doc, so like I can get around this. I understand what's trying to be said, and I can finesse it in docs, and we can copy it over later. The display notification outside the event callback. Okay, yeah, whatever. Don't care. All right, we have a code snippet, object, remote handler. We have a function, remote notification. Okay, so this is just showing how it's supposed to be implemented. Do something async. Optionally change the display. Event notification that's set extender. Alter the notification. I'll change the display. I would like to know, how do we change the display? And this is a quote. Change change the display. I think this is a question. Never read it. Yeah, you're good. Don't read, it's trash. Finish the stuff. Oh yeah, man, you gotta finish stuff. Like, I think that's something that, like, I don't know, a lot of people don't have for some reason. Sometimes you do need to know when to quit, but I are on the side of not. To my detriment sometimes, maybe. All right, we have context and notification, which is now this, and then prevent. Okay, all right. This is the new class that I think was added that has the new, like, refactors. Notification will display. This is all new. Notification will display event. The event passes into iNotification lifecycle listener on will display. Provides access to the notification to be displayed and the ability to change where that notification will be displayed to the user. The notification provided in this event is an iDisplayable notification, which allows the notification to be displayed outside the event callback. Oh, wait, outside of the event callback. All right, what? Outside of, the provided in this event is in which allows the notification to be displayed outside the event callback. Okay, all right, to display the notification outside the event callback, for instance, if you need to perform asynchronous processing. Okay, so we have our little object for the listener, and then on the will display function definition, we prevent default, we do some asynchronous stuff. Sure, I don't know. I'll shore this up with like examples later. We have notification and prevent default. Okay, perfect. All right, this we can ignore that. And then the notification manager. One of these is really large, and I'm not looking forward to it. All right, so keep a reference. Make sure to hold a reference to your handler at the class level. Okay, then there's an observer. We have the add, okay, and then we have a remove, okay, and add foreground. All right, so this is just the interface, I think. Yes, it is. See, it's just the interface. So I've seen the implementation of this, so that's why this looks so familiar. So yeah, we're good here. I saw the implementation, and because the implementation didn't have any issues with the names, I don't see this having any issues with names. The only issues that I would see are the docs, but I guess I'll read them. Yeah, I'll go ahead and read it. So param observer, the instance of iPermission observer that you want to process the permission changes within. Okay. Remove a permission observer that has been previously added. The previously added observer that should be removed. All right. Add a foreground lifecycle listener that will run whenever a notification lifecycle event occurs. The previously added listener that should be removed. Okay. Add click listener that will run whenever notification is clicked on by the user. All right, yeah, all right, cool, we're good. This is just a rename. We don't need to do anything. We're good. Same thing here. So we're making use of the new interfaces, which come from new file names. And then it looks like, what does this look like? This is the misconfigured notification manager, which is the iNotification manager. Okay, I see what it's doing. Okay. So I guess if you get back this object, whenever you call any of these, it's just going to throw an exception. All right, fine. We'll move on. Has subscribers get session lifecycle. All right, sure. It's just another implementation of this has subscribers, which was added to the iNotification something. Let's see if I can find it in here. It should be. Oh yeah, here we are. So yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, we can go ahead and move forward. Same thing, moving on. Same thing. All right, and the reason why I don't have to go too much in depth is because this is based on an interface. And because this is a compiled language, if it compiled, then like obviously it implements the interface, and I don't have to call out, hey, you need to make sure you implement the interface. So yeah, we'll move on. And then I think we're almost done. Is this the last file? Thank God, yes. All right, so that's done. No, it's not. Shit. Oh my gosh, more to go, more to go. Man. Oh my gosh, there's so many things. How many more do I have? My neck hurts now, my back hurts. Apologies, y'all. I didn't realize that this stream would literally be an hour and a half of me doing a code review. But to be fair to me, there are 53 files changed. And this is like there's something, here's the actual PR. This is publicly available, by the way. This is one of our open source projects. All right, so let's see here. Class notification, I display up on, okay, mutable notification. We get our payload empty string. Okay, yeah. So before payload, here it says it right here too. So before in the interface, this was able to be a optional, but it's no longer. Now it's like making sure that we did assign an empty string to it. Oh, excuse me. All right, we just get rid of all this constructor. We don't need it anymore. Let's see here. Mutable list of iAction button. I and 0. I and 0. All right, I don't know what that means. Let's explain this. Let's have ChatGPT explain this. Yeah, I get that. Explain the last question, but I'm only interested in the I in 0 bit. Ah, shit, bit. Hopefully it knows that. All right. Oh, look at that. It figured it out. It figured out that I didn't mean but, I meant bit. Technically, the distance of you and I are not that far. Like it's only 1. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's only 1 on the keyboard. Okay. That's so weird. I don't like that. So n sets I to 0, and yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it makes sense, but like I don't like that keyword. That's a terrible keyword in my opinion. Anyway, so we have now, we're gonna get the safe string. All right, fine. And then we don't need any of this anymore. We have our set extender, which we're overriding. We're just passing the extender in. I wonder if we should check to see if this extender is defined. All right, same thing here, just with the action button. All right, this is okay, perfect. So like, I've already done all this review. This has all been moved to other places. So like, this is done. I'm good here. So turns out I thought this was going to be a lot, but it wasn't. Now we have a net new file called notification and click event, which is going to have information about the actual click event. So we have the notification, which you can get the results of like the action that was taken, by the user. And then we have this to.json object. Okay, I don't care about that. So move on. This is don't care. We import a new thing, put safe, overall eval type, notification action. override val action ID string. Oh, excuse me. So okay, wait a minute. Notif action. All right, so now we have type action ID. This override val, like, I don't know what that means. So let's figure out what that means. I love how I explicitly said I care only about the override bit, and it leads with something I don't care about. So this is the only part I care about right here. So, okay, all right, within an internal minor restricted class. Wait, that doesn't answer my question. Oh, look at that. So I explicitly say, oh, wait, oh, my bad. I just see that there's like chat message. My bad, Steven. I noticed ChatGPT is good at noticing typos. Yeah. You know what it's not good at? Answering my fucking question directly. Like, I asked a very specific thing. I said, like, wait, where did I put it? I put it somewhere. Specifically how the override bit works. And it's still generating. I don't care about that. It's still generating. So not only did it not get to the thing that I actually cared about until the second sentence, but even after that, the first point, no fucks. It does that's not what I asked. I don't care. The second thing, again, no fucks. That's not what I asked. It's not until point 3 and potentially 4 where it even starts to get close to talking about what I care about. So honestly, I could have went to Google and just went to Kotlin's docs and figured out the answer to my question quicker than this. Like, I mean, just sitting here, like, I know some people, they like to see it typed. To me, that's just wasting my time. Like, just tell me the thing that I asked for and nothing else. But maybe, you know, maybe it's just me. I'm very, you know, I know what information I need. I'll just say that. So let's see, the notification declares property name type. Yeah. All right, so right now it's making up some shit at the moment, probably. The override keyword is used to indicate that this property is an implementation of the type property. Yeah, that's okay. So it's my assumption. So my assumption was that there was something like this right here that was implemented in this interface here, but we wanted some way to change it. So I'm assuming that action ID inside of the notification click result, that may not be an optional, but maybe here it is, maybe. I'm not sure, to be honest. But in any case, I don't think it matters anymore. Now that I know what it does, it's like it doesn't matter because I've learned that it doesn't matter, not because it never did. So is prevent default boolean false? That's a default. Prevent default logging debug. Sure. All right, fine. So move on. We have notification will display event, which is, all right, so we have the prevent default as well, okay, and we're overriding it. And that's extending this iNotification will display event. Or maybe this is implementing because this looks to be a class. Yeah, that's a class. What else do we got? This is our notification manager. Looks like we have all right, this is just types. These are just changing the type, so we can ignore all of that. We're deleting some code. Add permission. All right, this is just renaming. Fine. Log debug, yeah, whatever. This is a rename as well. So we go from change handler to observer, and then foreground handler to listener. All right, yeah, this is just making sure that we follow the new interface. Am I done? Oh, thank God. Okay. wonder if I should put a dead horse here. Let's put a horse. All right, cool. We're done. I'm done. God dang it. Did you go to school for soft? All right, so I went to school for computer science, but I want to be clear that I didn't learn the typical things that most people learn in a computer science program. Specifically, I didn't learn how to program in a specific programming language. Like that wasn't even the thing. Like we did have languages, but like it wasn't like, oh, we're taking this C++ class or this Java class. In fact, we didn't have any class that was a language class. Now that I think about it, yeah, we had no language classes. We had classes and it may have been taught in a particular language. Like let's see, I think CS1 and 2. I think CS1 was C as well as Bash, and then CS2 was Java. Unfortunately, I hate that language. And then we had like a data abstractions course, which happened to be taught in C++. And no, we weren't taught C++ in the class. It was just like, here's this book, go learn C++, but we're doing this data structure shit. So like, for functional, like depending on which professor you took, you would learn a different language. So one of our professors, he was a huge Scala proponent. In fact, he's written books on Scala. So, we learned Scala. And then one of our other professors is huge on Scheme and, what's another one? I don't remember what it is, but like he was a major player in Scheme back in the days. Like a lot of my professors were involved. I'll just say that, which is actually really dope. And then the professor I happened to have, we had to use a language that I think that he was one of the writers of or something, called J. And oh my gosh, here, let me show you J. In fact, let's see if ChatGPT can write a J program. Let's see. I will be impressed if it can write a J program. Write a quick sort implementation in the J programming language. Let's see. All right, I hate this. So it's like, I didn't ask it's wasting my time at this point. Like I didn't ask what the fuck quick sort is. I know what it is, obviously, because I typed it. In any case, I'm reading this too. I don't know if this is 100% correct, but let's see. All right, so I've literally forgotten what these characters mean, and this is the issue with J. So yeah, yes, I had to learn this language, and yes, I had to take a whole very difficult course using this language. And yeah, here you go. Yeah, this is where I learned about all of like the monadic stuff, dyads, and all of the very esoteric functional bullshit that you probably heard people talking about, like functors and endomorphism and all this other bullshit. Yes. So I do know stuff, but I pretend. I'd say I don't, because I don't want to have to do it. That's what I've learned, is when people know you know how to do something, they'll ask you to do something. So my trick is to tell people I know nothing. That way people don't ask me for anything. I know how to talk shit. That's about all I know how to do these days, talking shit. All right, I'm good with this review. Closing forever. We're good. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have time to actually work on docs. I had hoped to work on this because, as you may have just seen, we've just renamed a bunch of shit, and the docs obviously are not up to date because I just the PR isn't even merged. I just reviewed it. So yeah, here's the reason why I don't think I have time to start working on docs. I have a meeting, and let's see. Let me see what my meeting is. Just open up Slack. At 4. What time is it? It's 3:52. Yeah, I have a 30-minute meeting. So yeah, my day ends at 5. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to just cut the stream short because I don't want to have y'all just waiting on me for like 30 minutes or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this. If you've stuck with me so far, thank you. I appreciate it. I may be around later this week. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. So if you have questions in the future, don't hesitate. You know, I do respond if you notice. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Until then, peace.